Hey YouTube, it's Grace, and welcome to episode 17 of my series where I take every single painting from Minecraft and make them in real life. And this week, I'm doing the pool painting. And as always, here's a little reminder. Over on my Etsy, I have tutorials you can download for every single painting I've made in this series so far. You can definitely try to use my YouTube videos as tutorials, but I know that some people need something a little bit more detailed and in-depth. So if you're like that, then check it out. I'll have my Etsy linked in the description. But without further ado, let's get into it. This week, I'm going to be making the pool painting, which is 16 by 32 pixels on this canvas, which is 12 by 24 inches. The way that I figure out the size of each pixel is by taking 12 inches divided by 16 pixels and then taking 24 inches divided by 32 pixels, and I get 0.75. So each pixel is going to be 0.75 inches. As you can see, I marked it out on the canvas here, and I'm going to repeat that process and do the whole thing on 3 other sides. I ended up adding an extra set of lines down the middle just because my ruler isn't long enough. But now that I have all of these lines marked out, I'm going to use the ruler to connect them all and make the grid. Now that the grid is done, I'm going to be going over it with a thin layer of white paint just to kind of seal everything in. And I just finished priming, so I'm going to let this dry for a while and then I will come back and start painting. I always paint the border first when it comes to adding color, and for that I came up with this kind of medium dark brown color. Here's how the border turned out. I always set the canvas on top of these little paint containers just so that the border doesn't dry to the paper towel. Alright, it's been a few days. I'm back and ready to continue painting. I started by marking out these pixels that are almost black. They're really dark but not quite black. And next I'm going to be doing a super dark brown, if you can tell. It looks kind of black on camera, but it's a really dark brown. And I'm going to fill that in along here and just match it up to the reference the best I can. And now I'm doing a bit of a lighter brown color. There are lots of dark shades towards the bottom of this painting, but more colorful ones towards the top and the center. All right, I'm bored of painting brown, so I'm moving to the sky next, and I'm gonna start in the top left corner with a really light blue color. I definitely made a mistake on this, but I'm fixing it, so hopefully it's fine. I thought that this light blue color would be light enough, but I actually needed something closer to this. The light blue color I mixed first actually matches a different shade of blue, so I'm kind of using it for that instead and then just filling in the lighter color over it, but I think it's looking better now. Next, I'm filling in some different shades of brown for the bottom of the painting. I just mixed this one with so many different colors I couldn't even tell you how I made it. I'm adding a few different shades of green now. You can see a medium, kind of lighter green, a really dark green, and I'm about to add this one, which is kind of like a brownish green. I have most of the greens down, so next I'm moving on to red. These 2 squares here are the darkest, but here are some lighter reds, oranges, and darker pinks, so I'm going to fill those in next. So here is my progress so far. Today I just filled in the greens, reds, oranges, and pinks. This is my little palette right now, which is kind of confusing looking because it has a lot of old paint on it as well. But mixing these colors, I just added so many different like random colors together. I feel like it wouldn't make any sense to explain how I made them because I kind of just eyeballed everything. But this is how it's looking. Next, I'm going to be working on this purple section of the painting, starting with these like kind of brownish purple colors. The first and darkest one I mixed was this, and I made it pretty much exactly how you would expect with purple and brown. For the second color I just blocked out, I took that dark color and just added a little bit of light purple to it. For the third color, I just took the second color and added white. For the fourth color, I just took the third color and added blue and purple. I'm adding more shades of blue in this top region now. I just mixed this color here, which is this one but slightly darker, and I'm also going to take this one and mix it slightly grayer for another shade. I'm almost done with the first coat, just working on filling in some of the random last pixels that remain, like these purples, a few different shades of green, and also brown. And here it is after finishing the first coat. Here's a little side by side. I think it's looking pretty good. There's obviously a lot of details that I'm going to have to add after the second coat, but I think I'm off to a good start. And I want you all to know just how brave I've been. These are 2 dead wasps just from today. It is now the next day and I'm going to start on the second coat of paint because as you can see, not all of these colors are completely opaque, especially these ones here, so they need another coat. I'm going to be keeping all of the colors the same, just kind of cleaning up the lines and such. I just killed a massive spider, which means a massive spider and 2 wasps infiltrating my art room in the past 24 hours. This should be illegal. I don't know what to do. I just finished the second coat of paint. Here it is compared to the reference. I did end up making the sky colors a little bit lighter, but otherwise I kept things mostly the same. I also made sure to paint this border part last so that I could keep this line as clean as possible. And now I have it sitting on little containers to dry. The last step and the thing that really ties this painting together is the details. As you can tell, I've just started here, this slightly more yellow shade of the tannish color. That is the shade I'm using to pixel out this area. This is looking really subtle, but I'm really happy with how it's looking, so I think I'm going to move on to the next color, which is this kind of light brown here. So for that, I'm going to be using that same color and then mixing just a little bit of this darker brown with it. And then here is the brown color. It's a little less subtle than the yellowish tan color, but my main goal here is to add more detail to the painting and make it look more pixelated without actually having to go in and make every single square a different color. Next, I'll be making a transition color for these two, which are already super similar, but I just want to pixelate it out a bit, and I'm just going to take them and mix them together in even parts. And lastly, I'll just be doing another kind of light blue shade where I took this lightest one and mixed it with this to get that. I decided to go in around the first color I added and add another one that was a little bit lighter because I just felt like you couldn't see the first one as well as I wanted, but this is how it's looking so far. I think I'm pretty much done, but I need to let it dry and then I'll show you. So this is how it looks the next day, completely done, completely dry, and in natural lighting. Here's a little bit of a close-up where you can see all of the different shades and detailing colors that I added, but overall I think it turned out pretty good. If you would like to see any of my other art or a higher quality picture of this, then check out my Instagram because I have tons of pictures on there. Or if you would like to try to make any of these paintings and you have specific questions about it, you can DM me on there as well and I will try my best to help you. But I think that concludes this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I will hopefully see you in my next one. Bye!